life is a plot, twisted from directions that I can't see. Daddy issues all across my head. Told me fuck a foul, I'm teary-eyed.
Oh my god. I genuinely cannot believe I'm about to make this video right now. I've never had the opportunity to do a Kendrick reaction on this channel. I haven't really had the opportunity to talk about Kendrick on this channel because it's been so long since he last dropped. It's been over 5 years. Kendrick is like my favorite artist. And I don't know how long this video is going to be. I apologize if it's like 45 minutes or an hour. I don't care. I don't care. This is. Do you know what? I can't even put it into words. I can't even do an intro. I can't do an intro. I can't do it. I will shed tears at some point. Kendrick is back with his new album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. I can't even speak, bro. I can't even. Okay. Do you know what? I think the best thing is just to fucking start. All right. Track one of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. United in Grief.
Some peace of mind in this lifetime. Tell him you're.
I've been going through something.
We all have, brother.
1,855 days.
Is that how long it's been since
I've been
that?
going through something.
What is a bitch in a miniskirt? A man in his feelings with bitterness. What is a woman that really hurt? A demon, you better off killing her. What is a neighborhood reputable? That is a snitch on a pedestal. What is a house with a better view? A family broken in variables. What is a rapper?
First of all, do you know what? I want some whacked out shit from Kendrick. I want some whacked out shit. I know, the Heart Part 5 is fucking amazing. I don't believe that is an indicator of what the sound of this album is going to be. I want some whacked out shit.
What if I call on security? That mean I'm calling you down for purity. I wanna get me a therapist. I can debate on my theories and sharing it well. Consolidate all my comparisons, humbling. Indulge myself in my life and my music. The word that I'm in is a cul-de-sac. The word that we in is just menacing. Women, I hope the psychologist listening. The new Mercedes with black G-Wagon away from. It was all for rap. I was 28 years young, 20 mil in tax. Bought a couple of mansions just for practice. 500 in jury.
Man said I bought a couple of matches just for practice. Are you hearing what is happening right now? Are you hearing?
Pray none of my enemies hold me captive. I grieve different.
I grieve different.
Bone out the ring, but tell the world I'm busy. Fair enough. Green eyes said her mother didn't care enough. Sympathize when her daddy in the chain gang. What's extra pain away? I grieve different.
It's already so dense. It's so dense, and again, I don't want to spend time over analyzing it because I just want to let this whole thing just wash over me. But part of the main thing I think that drives Kendrick's music is his fascination with like death and tragedy, and his tendency to always talk about duality, whether that be like his own duality or the duality he sees out in the world. And already, 2 minutes in, he's taken this. He always runs with this. Like, he'll take one concept, which is like a broad concept that's relatively simple to understand, and he'll come at it from so many different fucking angles.
You won't do through me, I smell TNT. They ain't got him a Porsche, so I got me a Porsche. Paid lottery for it, I ain't wanted it Porsche.
We are on some next shit. That's a fucking way to open an album. Jesus Christ. As expected, it's so dense. It's straight in there. I apologize because I'm really struggling to put into words like what I'm feeling right now. We're gonna go to the next song. No, we're not, because I want to talk about that beat. That beat was fucking ridiculous. It's the spirit of jazz. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like. But those drums, bro, fucking hell, and the flow. Oh my god, we're on some next shit. We are on some next shit. Next song, N95.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. Yeah.
Take off the foo-foo. Take off the cloud chase. Take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan. The real world outside. Take off your idols. Take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro, take off the short meal, take off the dojo.
It's so dramatic. It's so fucking dramatic. But also, this flow is crazy. Take off. But also, what Kendrick always does in his music, another thing he's been doing since the very start, is that he'll take this one idea or this one motif and run with it throughout the song, and then like recontextualize that motif or that phrase or that word or that lyric once it comes back around. Like, it can be like, sometimes it's like a lyrical motif and sometimes it's like a flow motif. So here we got take out the it's a bit like rigor mortis. Bitch, you've been living in there with me. Or like Mama, who said, I know everything. I know this, I know this, I know that, I know that. And by the time you get to the end of the verse, it's recontextualized again. I love that shit. I love that shit.
Bitch, you ugly as fuck. You out of pocket. 2-8.
Oh man, I love it. And Kendrick's having fun as well. I love it. Oh man, said you're ugly as fuck.
The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run, the prophets abandoned, the Lord take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry won.
It's just dawned on me that like this is the first time that Kendrick has overtly, I mean, in his music, had the chance to overtly reference COVID, because he said, you know, in the intro he said, "You're outside, you're finally outside," and they lied, which of course is a pretty direct reference to the social upheaval and unrest that coincided with the lockdowns throughout the past couple of years.
Who you should they carry out first?
I love this flow.
Can I fit out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and proofs. I can swim on my feet. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing.
When this nigga starts crying in his fucking voice, I love it.
Show your growth and leverage. What a hypocrite say. What community feel that the only one's relevant? What a hypocrite say. What community feel that the only one.
That's what taking it back to the first song, he said, where the hypocrites at? But it's that duality, because in that first song, I felt like he had, like in You and like in the Black of the Berry, he had pointed that critical lens towards himself. So, what did he say on the Heart Part 5? He said, I am us. He is also those, or he sees himself as part of those hypocrites that he is critiquing.
You entertaining no friends when we toxic. What your life like? Bullshit gossip. What the fuck is council culture, dog? Say what?
Wait, so I said, what the fuck is your friends when all you do about, you know, all you talk about is gossip and stuff, which is, that is the whole concept of cut you off. You know, you boo-boo, you teen, you turn down. And then, of course, he went on to reference cancel culture, which I guess Kendrick has had kind of a brush with, not as much as a lot of artists. I guess the main controversy Kendrick had was after the Black of the Berry dropped. You know, when he dropped the bar about, why did I weep when Trayvon Martin was in the street when gangbanging made me kill a nigga blacker than me? That was probably the biggest backlash that Kendrick got. His biggest interaction with cancel culture, I guess. Fucking hell. Oh, fucking N95. I just got it. It's the fucking face masks. Okay. I can't say too much because it's the first listen and it's Kendrick. I can't say too much because I just don't have the mental facilities to get this all in one sitting. I love the fact that he's experimenting. I mean, him and Keem said they got bored with rap and they were just making up languages, and he wasn't lying. But I'm loving this shit. Okay, we'll go to the next song, which is Worldwide Steppers.
Kodak Black. Okay, Llama.
Kodak Black. Let's go.
And this is the big step.
I'm a killer, he's a killer, she's a killer bitch. We some killers walking zombies trying to scratch that itch.
Genetic build can build multi-universes. The man of God playing Baby Shark with my daughter, watching for sharks.
The men of God playing Baby Sharks with my daughter. There's sharks in the...
Playing Baby Shark with my daughter, watching for sharks outside at the same time. Life as a protective father.
Again, it's that Kendrick is obsessed with duality and polar opposites. He says, I'm playing Baby Shark with my... It sounds funny on the surface, but it's not. It's fucked. He says, I'm playing Baby Shark with my daughter while looking for sharks outside or watching out for sharks outside. It's like, it's the most innocent thing in the world, with the most fucked up thing existing side by side, and that is the world we live in.
Ask Whitney about my lust addiction. Text messaging bitches got my thumbs hurt. Said
Ask Whitney about my lust addiction. Whitney is his fiance. I believe that's the first time he's ever mentioned her by name directly on record.
President for new sacrilegion. Writer's block for 2 years, nothing moved me. Ask God to speak through me. That's what you...
Writer's block for 2 years, nothing moved me. I asked God to speak through me. Okay, so Kendrick he's always had this idea of being being this messenger, being this prophet-like figure. And he has also he's struggled with writer's block before, and he's alluded to that on songs like You. But he's addressing it a bit more directly here. And I think people forget that artists aren't like... We view them as products, but they're not fucking products. They can't just pump out the thing that we want over and over again. If you're an artist, and that's why, this is why I love Kendrick so much, because he's like, if I am not inspired in one way or another, the music is not coming. I'm not putting out the music just to stay relevant for this. It's like, I don't care who's popping off. I don't care if Lil Baby's popping off. I don't care. He's always thinking long term. Like, if you think about the amount of time that's passed from Damn to now, artists have had whole career and fallen off in that time. Smoke Perp, his whole career. I'm using it as an example to paint the picture that Kendrick is always thinking of the biggest ideas, and he's never in a rush.
The flesh of man, but still this man compared to nobody. Yesterday I prayed to the flowers and trees, gratification to the powers that be.
Yesterday I prayed to the flowers and trees, gratification. Man is on some metaphysical shit. He said, I don't think like I used to. I don't blink like I used to. And I mean, that might be a reference to, on Damn, obviously Kendrick is very openly, he's very open about his relationship with God and Christianity and stuff. But on Yeah, he says, I'm not about a religion. I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more. And I guess he's continuing with those themes, like where he's moving away from this one, I guess, homogenized idea of thinking about religion and his relationship with what he believes in. I'm praying to the flowers and the trees and the powers that be.
Bacteria heavy, sciatica nerve pinch. I don't know how to feel like the first time I fucked a white bitch.
Are you gonna kill me? I don't know how to feel like the first time I fucked a white bitch.
She paid her daddy sins. Next time I fucked a white bitch was out in Copenhagen. Good kid, Mad City tour. I flourished on them stages. When he asked did I have a problem, I said I might be racist. Ancestors watching me.
Okay, there's so much to dice. There's so much in that. First time I fucked a white bitch, I was in Copenhagen. Good kid, Mad City tour. Whitney said this. I said I might be racist. Now, I'm led to believe, again, I don't know how much of this is fictional, and I don't know how much of this is completely autobiographical, because Kendrick's always in character. So, you take it with a grain of salt and it will contribute to the bigger narrative. But I know for a fact that Kendrick has been with his partner for a very long time, from pre-Good Kid, Mad City. So I don't know if he's using this idea of going out on tour and fucking these white bitches, as a narrative tool, or he's just confessing to some sort of infidelity on record. I don't know.
8 billion people on earth, solid murderers, non-profits, preachers in church, crooks and burglars. Objectified so many bitches, I killed their confidence. The media is the new religion, you killed the consciousness. Your jealousy is way too pretentious. The industry has killed the creators. I'll be the first to say to each executive, saving your children, we can't negotiate.
The industry killed the creatives. It's not the fact that, again, same sentiment as Kendrick saying, everybody want to talk about this and do that, who the realest and who whack or who right and who black. Critics want to mention that they miss when hip hop was rapping, motherfucker. If you did, then Killer Mike could be platinum. It's not the fact that these artists and these creative people aren't out there making great art in every genre, specifically in hip hop, because they're all for there to see. But he's laying the blame with the industry, how now artists are viewed as products, and you have to pump out consistently. Blah blah blah. You need the single, you need the TikTok, you need the fucking. You need the Instagram. You need, you need the post with the fucking car. Blah 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 blah. And Kendrick is he's so hyper aware of these things, and that's why he goes out of his way to avoid those things.
Community. My last Christmas toy drive in Compton handed out eulogies, not because the rags in the park had red gradient.
Do you know Oh my god. The last Christmas tour I had in Compton Park, I was handing out eulogies.
Noble person that goes to work and pray like they poster. Slaughter people too. Your murder's just a bit slower. Killer, he's a killer, she's a killer.
Oh my god, that song was fucking amazing. Again, I'm so glad we're getting whacked out Kendrick, because it's exactly what I wanted. Oh my god. Never stay still, always pushing forward, and I fucking love it. That song was dense. That was fucking dense. I can't wait to dive back into that song again. Okay, next song. We have our first couple of features. Die Hard with Blast and Amanda Reifer. This is stepping music.
Set my demons straight. I know I made you wait. How much can you take?
Do you love me? Do you trust me? Can I trust you? Don't judge me. I'm a die-hard.
Don't judge me. I'm gonna put it that. Don't judge me.
I wonder where I lost my way.
Oh my god.
Free, a little you relate, but not have faith. A little I might take my time. Ain't no say.
He's talking to us. He's not just talking to Whitney. He says, "Have faith a little. I'll take my time." Do you still? Again, this song works on two levels, because everything he's saying you can apply to a relationship with your significant other, but you can also apply it to a relationship where you have with an audience or your fans. You see how versatile, bro? He can do the commercial shit as well.
But my past won't keep me from my best.
Facts.
Subtle mistakes felt like life or death. The world be reminding me it's danger. I still risk it all for a stranger.
The world's reminding me is I'll still risk it all for a stranger. I mean, how that's coming across to me is that I risk it all for a stranger. It's like, I feel like he feels like he's putting his life's work in the public domain, for everyone to see. And Kendrick is even though he's a very private person on record, he's so open and so vulnerable in his writing. And I feel like that's him. He's like, I would give it up for a stranger. And I guess I feel like that's what he's doing by being so open and honest with his music. I guess it's all for nothing. Of those first 4 songs, that was the most overtly, I guess, radio friendly, danceable as well. But Kendrick still weaves in some important themes in there about overcoming negativity and things like that. I really, really fuck with that song as well, because what it felt like to me, again, it felt like this song, like on the surface, sounds like this plea to, I guess, your lover, and you're struggling with your relationship and it might be crumbling, and him, trying to fight against that pain. But for me, that also felt like talking directly to his fans as well. He said, I know I made you wait, and he discussed having writer's block as well. So I think those things are interconnected. Okay, next song. Absolutely ridiculous feature is about to come. Father Time with that nigga Sampha. Where are you, bruv? It's been 5 years as well. Medieval strings. They're stepping!
I come from a generation of home invasions, and I got daddy issues, that's on me. Everything the 4 walls that taught me, may habits buried deep.
We are on some whacked out shit. But also, I come from a generation... It's exactly how we opened the Heart Part 5, where he said, I come from a generation of pain where murder is minor. But this whacked out shit, bro. Oh, let me go back, because this is mad.
Life is a plot, twisted from directions that I can't see. Daddy issues, all across my head. Told me fuck a foul, I'm teary-eyed.
Also, my life is a plot. My life is a plot twisted in directions that I can't see. Also, I like it. I love that. My life is a plot twisted. I like that. But also, that him talking about his father, and also how his life is a plot twisted in directions he can't see. That links back to, I mean, I guess like the story of Duckworth, where, you know, so many things can be viewed as coincidences that you can't foresee. And, you know, one wrong move, one wrong turn can take you down a completely different path. And Kendrick, again, sees himself, again, it's this kind of, you know, these two extremes. Because on the one hand, Kendrick views himself as this prophet figure who has this, what's the word? Who has this obligation to use his talent and his art to try and help people. But also, he also recognizes that, like, if he had just made one wrong decision, or like, you know, like in Duckworth, if Top had killed his daddy, he wouldn't be here. If Kendrick had just fallen in, if he just met one wrong person or walked down the wrong street, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing right now.
Give up now, let's go cost you. Life's a bitch. You could be a bitch or step out the margin. I gotta quit. I'm charging.
He's making these callbacks to his earlier work. He said, life's a bitch, but you can step out the margin. What did he say in Poetic Justice? It's a flip on what he said in Poetic Justice as well, because I think he said, like, you know, making my punctuation curve, every letter is true, living my life in the margin, and that metaphor was proof. He said, I'm living my life in the margin, in that little space on the outside of the main thing. But now he's like, he's not even inside. He's beyond the fucking paper now.
Morning wake ups, practicing on day ups, tough love, bottled up, no chase on me, no chase on me.
Looking for a loving, ready empathizing for my relief. A child that grew accustomed, jumping up when I scrape my knee. Protect yourself, trust nobody, only your mama knows. Fake relationships seem cloudy, never attached to none. I don't give a fuck, what's the narrative? I am that
Nigga,
when
facts!
Kanye back with Drake, I was slightly confused. Guess
What?
I'm not mature as I
Wait.
When Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. Guess I'm not mature as I think. Got some healing to do.
When Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. So one, okay, this song and portions of this song has to be written within the last, 4 or 5 months. But it's really interesting that he said, like, after he'd said, all of these things, good or bad, that his father has instilled in him, or this character's father has instilled in him. He said, when Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. I guess I'm not as mature as I think. I have some healing to do. That's really interesting. That's really telling as well, because he's saying like how all of these teachings he had from his father has affected him in his life. And him looking at the Kanye and Drake situation and seeing how, how fucking messed up and complicated it got. And he's saying, I guess I'm not as mature as I thought. He's like, I'm confused by this. Why am I confused by this? I guess if he was in that situation, he feels he might have been petty enough and immature enough to not bury the hatchet and continue this beef and this feud.
This with the way I was brought up. What's the difference when your heart is made of stone and your mind is made of gold and your tongue is made of sword, but it may weaken your soul. My niggas ain't got no daddy.
Bottled up, no chase on me, no chase on me.
I really, really, really love that song. Sanford's feature, his voice is beautiful. It's butter. And Kendrick, he always gets into the nitty gritty of this concept he's talking about. It's not just we have daddy issues and sometimes it's hard. There's nuance to it. There's perspective to it. And there's always more than just one perspective. That's why he said, I am all of us. Next song is an interlude, Rich Interlude.
I learned in trapping in the business, smart people make rich nigga get my dick sucked after the show. I ain't gonna lie, we gon' pull. You play with me, you ain't gonna live to tell the story. This the type of shit we glorify. Everybody game. Most of people
This sounds like some vaudeville shit.
and the show got created later. All the game came from the elders like.
Kendrick has squeezed something out of Kodak Black. Fucking hell.
We ain't seen this coming. It's more than a blessing. What you doing with Kendrick? What you doing with a legend? So what they call...
He called me out, bruv. He called me out. Fair play, bruv. Man said, what you doing with Kendrick? What you doing with a legend? Really interesting. Very, very interesting. Hearing Kodak Black over freaking cascading wall of theater pianos. That is the kind of whacked out shit I am here for with this album. Okay, so next song is Rich Spirit.
Taking my baby to school, then I pray for her. Cause you bitches ain't never been cool. Writing testament, painting pictures, put me in the Louvre. That's a definite. Man, the big man's the GT down, flipping the cake stamp. Rich nigga, broke phone. Trying to keep the balance, I'm staying strong.
Man said, rich nigga, no phone.
Playing with me before I turn you to a song. Stop playing with me before I turn you into a song.
Bruv, this guy. Stop playing with me before I turn you into a song. Do you know how hard that is? Stop playing with me before I turn you into a song. Stop playing with me before I turn you into a song. Oh my god.
Bitch, I'm attractive. Can't fuck with you no more. I'm fasting. Bitch, I'm attractive.
Can't fuck with you no more. I'm fasted.
Primary, so the resale face stupid. I would never live my life on a computer. I chill, get you life for a chickabooya. You got the privilege, but I do lose sleep cause I got the spirit. Hey, bitch, nigga, no phone. Bitch, I'm attractive.
Listen, bitch, I'm attractive. Bitch, I'm attractive.
Frat brother, real nigga, that brother. We dress up the score, give me that brother. Spare me the young, my own rap brother. You realize the entourage is dead. I pray to God that you not lagging when you walk the meds. I pray to God she.
Bitch, I'm attractive. Can't fuck with you no more. I'm fasting. Ugh. I love this guy. Beautiful, beautiful. And when Kendrick does something that's danceable and catchy and you know, a bit more accessible, he never skimps on the idea, and you know, he doesn't do it for the sake of it. There's bitch, I'm attractive. All right, next song, We Cry Together with Taylor Page. Don't know who that is. Sounds like fucking. That sounds like Florence Welch. I don't care. I know Florence Welch has one of the most distinctive voices in the world. That is Florence fucking Welch.
This is what the world sounds like.
I swear I'm tired of these emotional ass, ungrateful ass bitches. Unstable ass, confrontational ass, dumb bitches.
Fuck you, nigga. You love a pity party. I won't show up. Always act like your shit don't stink. Motherfucker, grow up.
I love this already. Oh my, do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like, oh my god, I love the character he's in is a prick. Oh man.
Fuck around on a side bitch, think I'm fucking up my shit.
Fucking up your shit. You must be bleeding in some more shit. Bitch, I don't know shit. Fuck you.
He's playing the role of a horrible sexist partner.
I ain't slow nor dizzy. I know when you being distant. I know when you fake busy. Get out your feelings and miss me. Fuck you, nigga.
Nah, fuck you, bitch.
Nah, fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you, bitch.
Nah,
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, bitch.
Fuck you, nigga.
I love this so much. Also, I'm assuming this is Taylor Page. She's going in. Obviously, you know, Kendrick's told her the concept. She's fitting it perfectly. And her voice, it has this like raspy quality to it that is like perfect for, you know, this like desperate confrontational argument thing.
I held your ass down.
You just cut me down. That's a big difference.
Oh, I held your ass down. You just cut me down. That's a big difference. Oh my god.
That's trying to go big.
But you were sucking his dick though.
Well, shit, I should have sucked his.
What you say?
I should have found a bigger dick.
Bitch, get the fuck out.
I should have found a bigger dick. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know who this woman is, but she is going fucking in. Oh my god.
Give me my keys. I'ma be late for work.
Fuck your job. Today gon' be the day you walk to that bitch.
Give me my fucking keys.
Nah, I got you hiding for nothing.
I do the same when we fucking.
Act like that pussy ain't loose.
I got you howling for nothing. I do the same when we're fucking. Do you know how much that would hurt in an argument? I should have found a bigger dick.
Fuck you, nigga.
Fuck you, bitch.
Womanizer got no affection from your mama. I
Don't
see.
speak on my mama. What the fuck is your problem?
She is cutting deep. You got woman problems because you didn't get no affection from your mama. Oh my god. So he said he got. I don't know if the same character is the character that said he has daddy issues, but she is cutting deep. Fucking hell.
You the reason bitches start calling y'all bitches cause y'all useless. You the reason Harvey Weinstein to see his conclusion. You.
She's absolutely going in. She's directly addressing the unfortunate but all too apparent sexism and abuse of power that goes on in the world at the hands of men. But also this beat. It sounds like an Alchemist beat. I want to see who produced this. Let's go. It's Alchemist. Is that you could, bruv? Alchemist. Fucking jaunty, creepy pianos, bruv. Unmistakable. Unmistakable.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Never mind, bitch. I'm walking out.
Whatever, nigga.
He's actually walking out the door.
Your ass kept me welling down.
I love the face that I'm walking at the door and his ego literally dragged it back and he's like, nah, fuck you.
Fuck me, nigga.
I'ma fuck you, bitch.
No, fuck me, nigga. Fuck me.
I'ma fuck you, bitch.
No, fuck you. Fuck me.
Oh, That song was fucking amazing. It was amazing. And it's interesting that he mentioned, you know, R&B women bitches don't feature on each other's songs, because we have an R&B woman on the next song. The next song, I guess, is the end of the first disc of this album. Purple Hearts with Summer Walker and Ghostface fucking Killer.
Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Shut the fuck
up when you hear love talking.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
I love this guy so much. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Undisputed truth. My life is like forbidden fruit. My bitch know better than I do.
Again, he's completely flipped the script from the last episode. He said, you know, my woman knows more than me. And in the last song, he was playing this overtly like sexist, chauvinist pig, I guess. Again, it's that fucking duality.
Been in the human business, whole life been social distant. Hoes like when you not tripping. Wind up the party, it be torn in a boardwalk. Rolling sevens, I ain't ready for no coffee. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Absolutely fucking beautiful. I'm not even that big of a Summer Walker fan, but her and Kendrick together, like harmonizing together, is.
Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking. Shut the fuck up when you hear love talking.
Sorry, I'll shut the fuck up.
Dreams, visions get blurry, the Elohim is light. It's known to tear retinas in a single gleam. Shut the fuck up. No, we killing greed, we killing homelessness, and I don't give a fuck up.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, that was very smooth, sensual, the most R&B-esque as well. Of course, you had the Summer Walker feature. Ghostface went in. I love Summer Walker's contribution. Kendrick, again, switching up his flows. Man said, yeah, baby. I mean, yeah, I've seen, apparently, again, it's these 2 discs. So the next song, which I think is the start of the second disc, is Count Me Out.
On this dark road.
One of these lives, I'ma make these right with the wrongs I done. That's one of you not with the father, son. Till then I fight. Got 6 magazines that's aimed at me. Done every magazine was fame to me. It's a fame to me with the bedroom at. Sleep, I ain't never had a vest with that. Well, done fear, outdone myself. This year you better won yourself. Mass on the babies, mass on the hotware, mass in the neighborhood stores you shop. I fought like a pit bull terrier, blood I shed could fill up aquariums.
Ooh, I fought like a pit bull terrier. The blood I spilled could fill up aquariums. That. Just taking it out of context, that is just a beautiful piece, a beautiful lyric just to hear on its own.
Emotion been deprived, even my strong points couldn't survive. If I didn't learn to love myself, forgive myself 100.
If I didn't learn to love myself.
Fuck it up, fucking it up. How you gonna wear my shorts when the lines run deep? Fuck it up, fucking it. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. I love when you count me out. I love when you count me out. I love when you count me out. Let me tell you about the woman I know. That's my baby. I know karma like to follow her strong. I know millionaires that feel alone. Fuck it up, fucking it up. Miss regrets, I believe that you don't. Truth, pay my debt, can't you see? I'm a wreck, let me loose. I digress, this is me.
I cannot wait to learn the significance of the tap dancing and the steppers, because I'm sure it's fucking wavy. Get one of the slightly more accessible ones, I guess, but still, you know, packed with self-reflection and self-awareness as well. Okay, next song is Crown. These pianos.
You walk around like everything is in control.
He's speaking to himself. He is definitely speaking to himself. I know it.
The closest one's afraid to say they need some time. For the time it comes and I'll be there when somebody needs you. I can't please everybody. No, I can't please everybody. Wait, you can't please everybody.
Absolute facts.
No.
They idolize and praise your name across the nation. They nod their head and they tap their feet for confirmation. I don't know if that's him saying... it's this... I guess this relationship dynamic between artist, performer and audience where, you know, he's aware of... It's weird because, you know, he wants to be honest in his art, but also his art... At the end of the day, for someone of Kendrick's stature, it relies on having an audience. It relies on having an audience to hear it, but also because he has this whole thing of, you know, he has this obligation to speak to people, and he has this, that's his message with his words and his art that he feels he has to bring, that relies on an audience even greater so than other forms of art. And where he's saying, like, they nod their head and they tap their feet just for confirmation. It's weird because that sound like that image of like someone just delivering this message, and then there's like, I'm imagining like a crowd of people nodding their head and tapping their feet. That's like really dystopian. This is very, very interesting, because you know they say heavy is the head that wears the crown. He said heavy is the head that chooses to wear the crown. So he's so hyper aware of himself. He's the person that chooses to wear the crown because he's put it on himself. I have this obligation to use my talent and to use my platform and to use my voice to speak on things and try and change people, or not even try and change people, just try and deliver some sort of positive message. And obviously it takes that toll when you feel, I mean, like some of those themes were communicated in the Heart Part 5 where, you know, he's been doing it for his whole career, and sometimes I feel like he feels like it's getting nowhere because the world's just getting more and more fucked up. Like from 10 years ago, from Section 80 until now, the world's got even more fucked up, I would argue. And that's that time period where Kendrick has, you know, so if he has this, I don't want to call it God complex, but this desire and this want to try and change people's minds or inspire them in some way, and he sees all the messed up shit that's going around, he feels like, I'm not really getting anywhere, and that must be a heavy toll to take. I can't please everybody. I can't please. You say love's gonna get you killed? Love's gonna get you killed. I can't please myself. So I think maybe that because he has this desire to have this to be this impact, and he feels maybe he hasn't had that impact that he wants because the world is getting even worse and worse. And he said, I can't even please myself. I chose to wear this crown, and I'm not really, I haven't got to where I want to get to. Amazing. Amazing song. I love the self-reflection, the self-critique of this role that he's, I guess, imposed upon himself, this job that he's taken it upon himself to try and do and deliver this message to his fans. And that's what I say, everything Kendrick does is filtered through this really self-aware, self-critical lens. Okay, next song, we got a feature. Silent Hill, Kodak Black. This Kendrick was about to start. I'm taking it back.
Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like
oh my god. I can't. You don't understand how much I love this. You don't understand how much I love this song as well. Man said I push these niggas off me like
push no more off me like
I love this guy.
I be around with this shit. Peekaboo, can't hide behind your money, dog.
Can't hide behind your money.
Push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all on me like stressed out, silence, I'm stressed out, shh, be quiet, I'm stressed out.
The first part roll with breaking the hood. I'm worried about this over here, we good. The AP Roman numeral, everybody go and need pharmaceuticals.
The AP Roman numerals, everywhere I go I need pharmaceuticals. That is cold.
At 3 times they coming through his head. Red Cross kept a nigga fed. In the studio, K-Dot fresh out the fed. Yeah, 5% tint on the wood like who's that? Cool take off like it's mad. Beat the dope with a fork, I'm whipping up super fat. I'm doing scams on her hell.
Oh my,
Thursday girls, they
he
spin
is
around.
fucking spazzing. Oh my, I really hope Kodak Black takes, I really hope he takes this approach moving forward with his music, because this is by far the best I've ever heard him on anything. Maybe, apart from maybe Tunnel Vision. I love it. I love it. Oh my god, that was fucking. He went in. Kodak, man. Kodak. Yeah, Kendrick squeezed the best out of him. Just like Tyler squeezed that fucking Young Boy NBA feature on Can We Forget Lost. He squeezed that shit out of him. Oh my god, man. Yeah, that beat was ridiculous. That silencer as used as a percussion instrument was amazing. Kendrick saying "Be quiet, push these niggas away, I push these people away." Like him, it was a very insular song as well, and that's why the beat was so like cold and kind of creepy as well. Next song is another interlude. This is Savior Interlude.
You ever see a mama strung out while you study division?
Kim has got his own interlude. Let's go.
Grandma shooting niggas blood on the highway, cross on the dashboard. You just want a platform. I want to take everything that I asked for. Heart in the faith, I'm good, love. Cousin in the courts heard he jumped up the porch, turned a brick to a Porsche. I'm
Good, love. Yes.
Been down on my luck when I fall. I gotta get up. I gotta get back up and ball.
He wasn't lying when they said they got bored of rapping and these niggas just started making up new languages, bro. I love this shit. It's so creative.
Function at the temple, Jesus pieces in the luau.
That flow is
Mr.
mad.
Morale.
Man said Mr. Morale. A range brother. So that's the second interlude that he's just given to another person. Keem went fucking in on that. He went absolutely in. And he's on the next song, which is titled Savior as well, with another person called Sam Dew.
Kendrick made you think about it, but he is not your savior.
Kendrick made you think about it, but he is not your savior. That's the person Kendrick sees himself as, but now maybe he feels that that's fallen by the wayside because he's tried so many times. He's like, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not that guy.
Cole made you feel empowered, but he is not your savior.
Did you say Cole?
Future said get a money counter, but he is not your savior.
Future Cole Kendrick?
God made you give his flowers, but he is not your savior.
I am scared.
What they say you do the cha-cha, I'ma stand on it 6'5" from 5'5". Fun fact.
I'm gonna stand on it. I'm 6'5" from 5'5", bruv. Oh! Wait, this is gonna go crazy. This is gonna go fucking crazy.
CC, wait a minute. Ben aquí, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. I tell the whole truth from A to Z. Aye, show me you real, show me that you bleed.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Bitch, are you happy for me? Millie, are you
Happy for me.
Smile on my face, but are you happy for me?
Bite they tongues and rap lyrics, scared to be crucified by the song, but they won't admit it. Politically correct, cause how you keep an opinion. Niggas is tight-lipped, fuck who dare to be different. Seen a Christian say the vaccine mark of the beast, then he
Wait, whoa. Politically correct is how you keep an opinion. Niggas be tight-lipped. Fuck who dare to be different. And that's never Kendrick, because Kendrick always dares to be different. He always he dares to put fucking Kodak Black on his album. Do you know what I mean?
Seen a Christian say the vaccine mark of the beast, then he caught COVID and prayed to Pfizer for relief. Then I caught COVID and started to question Kyrie.
Are you hearing what this nigga is saying? Kendrick said, I seen a Christian say the vaccine is the mark of the beast. He caught COVID and started praying to Pfizer for relief. Oh my god.
365 for me. Vladimir making nightmares. But that's how we all think.
So Vladimir's making nightmares. So he must have written this again pretty recently.
Are you happy
For me?
Millie,
Are you happy for me?
smile on my face, but
Are you happy for me?
The cat is out the bag, I am not your savior. I find it just
The cat is out of the bag. I am not your savior. Oh my. He's really like, Kendrick's, oh my god. It's kind of sad to think, but I fully understand it. And it's a mark of an artist who's so honest with himself because, like To Pimp a Butterfly. And then when it came to Damn, he says, on Untitled on Masters, that I made To Pimp a Butterfly for you. He saw it like I did my best. I did my best to try and make a change. And then on Damn, he said, my last LP tried to lift the black artist, but there's a difference between black artists and white artists. And when it got to Damn is a really pivotal point in Kendrick's career, because that's when he started, I guess, questioning that idea of, you know, am I this person? Am I this savior character? Do I have the power within me to do that? And, you know, when he was in that state of mind, it gave us some amazing art. It gave us To Pimp a Butterfly, my favorite album ever made. But it's really, really bittersweet and kind of tragic, because it's like this futile effort of Kendrick poured his heart and soul into trying to change the world. Like every inch he had, like, you can hear it on songs like fucking You, for example. And then you see what's going around. It's like, not only do I feel like I haven't even made a change, I feel like everything's getting fucking worse. So how can I possibly be this savior character? How have I even, you know, assigned myself this task?
Independent thought is like an eternal enemy. Capitalist posing as compassionate be offending me. Yeah, suck my dick with authenticity.
Independent thought is like an eternal enemy. I mean, throughout history, that's the thing. That's not just a conceptual thing. Throughout most of recorded human history, that is a fact. That is a fact, at least in like certain most Western societies. If you fucking disagree with this king or this monarch or this black president, that's it. You're finished. Like, it's only a very recent thing, and we forget because, you know, our perception of time is very limited in comparison to the rest of human history. We are weird. If you're lucky enough to live in a society where you have freedom of speech and, you know, freedom of association and things like that, which are even at threat in Western democracies, you are very, very lucky, because it's a fucking privilege.
Being manipulative, such a required taste. I rubbed elbows with people that was for the people, protecting my soul in the valley of silence.
They wonder where I've been. I've been protecting my soul in the valley of silence. Oh my god. Oh my god. But that, you know, I guess that's that sacrifice that you have to make if you want to stay true to yourself and to your ideals. One, not be influenced by, like, musically what else is going on. But also, like, if you're a celebrity like Kendrick, and if you're an extremely high-profile celebrity like Kendrick, you have to take those extra steps. And it's sad, because it's like, you're not even, like, people don't even view you as a real person anymore. It's fucked. Fucking beautiful. There was so much in there. There was so much in there about his position in the spotlight. His, again, you know, how he's put it upon himself to think of himself as this savior character, this prophetic character with something important to say, and kind of critiquing and attacking that message and bringing himself, like, back down to earth. I can't believe we're only 4 songs from the end already. This has not felt long at all. Okay, next song is Auntie Diaries.
Place and way the mind king. Hot place and way the mind king. Figure out this.
My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now.
My auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. I mean, is that Kendrick saying that he, like, that's his first experience, I guess, or first direct experience with someone who's trans? I don't know. Again, Kendrick's a very private person. If that is the case, then, I mean, it's very important to speak. You don't really hear those kind of stories on, you know, popular rap albums. So, I don't know. Let's see.
Big social, big personality, vocal. Played the underground verbatim and stayed local. My auntie is a man now. I watch him and his girl hold their hands down, tipping the avenues on the street.
My auntie is a man now. I watch him hold hands with. Oh man, it's also interesting because, you know, every word Kendrick says is intentional and it's important. So, like, when he said my auntie is a man now, drinking something with her hat turned backwards, and just the line before that, he says, I think I'm old enough to understand now, and I guess that's him. And because just now he changed the pronoun, he said, I'm watching him hold his hands with his girl. So he's saying, I think I understand now, and he's still in real time getting used to using the correct pronouns and stuff like that. But I just love to see that thought process in real time. It's fucking beautiful.
See, my auntie is a man now, slight bravado, scratching the likes from Lotto, hoping that she pull up tomorrow, so I can hang out in the front seat. Niggas always been jealous because he had more women.
Niggas always been jealous because he had more women. That is hilarious. But also, he is flip-flopped between using he pronouns and she pronouns and he pronouns and she pronouns. I don't know the significance of that yet, because, like I said, like, Kendrick is very intentional with every word that he writes. But this is a story that we need to hear in popular rap. You don't hear these kind of stories. You don't. It's unfortunate.
I think I'm old enough to understand now. Drinking Parmesan with her head turned backwards. Back when there was comedic relief to say faggot. Faggot, 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 we ain't know no better.
Oh my god, my auntie is a man now. Back when it was comic relief to say F, 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 F. And to have that, like, it's so important to, like, because in the moment, like, you know, back, I remember, like, if I go back to my own experiences, like, at school, maybe not that extreme, because I don't really remember, like, you know, using that word willy-nilly. I don't know what it's like, you know, in America. But having the self-awareness and the honesty with yourself to look back and be like, at that time, it was for this, and it's not like that anymore. So, like, when I was in school, I remember a big thing growing up when I was, like, 11, 12. When something was bad, and you didn't even think about it, that's the insidious thing, because it's not malicious, it's just it's so ingrained to associate one thing with the other. And I remember, like, I don't know, I remember, like, having homework, and I'm like, oh man, this is gay. Oh man, or something rubbish happened. Oh, that's gay, man. And in my head at the time, I'm not thinking, oh, that is gay because it has a relation to same-sex attraction. It wasn't that. It was just that word had been associated with something negative. And it takes you, until you get older and you mature, you're like, wow, that's mad, you know, that's actually fucked up. And you need to be able to address it and look back and be like, that is mad, what was acceptable and what we were doing. And you can't move forward and make any progress until you recognize that. And that is what this nigga is doing.
My auntie became a man and I took pride in it. She wasn't gay, she ate pussy, and that was the difference. That's what
she wasn't gay, she ate pussy, and that was the difference.
they stared right in the face, they couldn't comprehend what I grew accustomed. We pull off bumping quick like it was nothing. My auntie is a man now. He gave me some cash, then gave me some gang. Sherry freshen on the dash, I never complained. She even cut my hair at the pad, was leverage. House full of demos, smoke stuck on the window. Cameras on the microphone, all women and men know. My favorite cousin said he's returning the favor and following my auntie with the same behavior. Demetrius is Marianne now.
Oh, so is he saying that his cousin has also come out as trans? This is magic. This is so fucking amazing. This is genuinely amazing. This makes me want to cry as well, just because it's like, to hear something like this. This is what I'm saying, bruv. This is what I'm saying about being different. Like, if you think about where Kendrick has, like, the world Kendrick has grown up in, which is a very, you know, West Coast, Compton, gangster, macho, all that bullshit, yeah. And for Kendrick to come out on a record and tell this important fucking story of, like, of just trans people just merely existing in the hood, because it's not something you correlate between, because I don't know why, to be honest with you. Obviously Kendrick is well more versed in explaining why that may be or may not be, but it's such a specific story and such a real story. I'm sure there's a lot of trans people who are going through that right now, of, you know, being in the hood, so to speak, and dealing with all these things, and a story that just hasn't been told. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I seen it. The Barbie dolls played off reflection of Venus. He built the wall so tall you couldn't climb over.
He built the wall so tall he couldn't even climb over. Oh my god! Like, while Kendrick is not afraid to critique anything, he's not afraid to critique anything. He'll critique his own, the own place he comes from, his own religion. Like, he'll do anything because he knows what's right. This is why I love Kendrick so much, and this is why, like me, I'm not religious in any way. Like, if anything, I'm probably anti-religious. And I know Kendrick is very open with his faith, but he's always willing to. And when he sees something that's fucked up, he's like, I know this is mad. I know this is fucked up, and I know this isn't right. And he speaks on it. This song is literally one of the most important Kendrick songs I think I've ever had in my life.
Faggot, 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 we ain't know no better. Middle school kids with no filter, however.
Yes!
I had to be very mindful of my good cousin, and even took things further. Changed his gender before Bruce Jenner was certain. Living his truth, even if it meant see a surgeon. Demetrius is Marianne now. Remember church Easter Sunday. I sat in the pew, you had strong faith, more, and Demetrius was to blame. I knew you was conflicted by the feelings of preacher man, wondering if God still called.
Oh my god, bro, this song is fucking ridiculous, bro. I swear, if you told me before this dropped, Kendrick is gonna make you shed tears with a song about Kendrick is gonna make you shed tears with a song about the trans community in the hood, I'll be like, what? I haven't even considered Kendrick Lamar telling that story. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry if I'm spending so much time on it, but this is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my life.
Words forcing me to stand out. I said, Mr. Preacher Man, should we love thy neighbor? The laws of the land of the heart was greater.
Mr. Preacher Man, shouldn't we love our neighbor? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he'll speak out against anything, even something that he's so connected to, because we know how important Kendrick's faith is to his, like, you know. But obviously, you know, he said, I'm an Israelite, don't call me black no more, I'm not bad at religion. He's moved past, I feel like now he's moved past that organized religion. And I know Kendrick still has a strong faith in God and stuff, and he feels like that's more of a personal relationship rather than like a structural, top-down thing. But just him just saying, it sounds like such an innocent thing, because I can imagine just a kid being told these things, and just like, it's such an innocent but like beautiful image of a kid being like, Mr. Preacher, like, shouldn't we love thy neighbor? That's what I'm saying. Kids are so honest, and we underestimate kids' intelligence so much, like emotional intelligence as well. And I'm waffling. I'm sorry, but this song, I don't know why this song's getting to me so much, like, genuinely.
That's when you looked at me and smiled, said thank you. The day I chose humanity over religion, the family got closer, it was all forgiven.
The day I chose humanity over religion, the family got closer. I love it. I love it. I love it, because literally I love Kendrick so much. Like, he's literally my favorite artist in the world. But, you know, on his earlier songs, he would, you know, have these references to like specific organized religion, you know, like Cushion Corinthians, and he had the scriptural prayers on Good Kid, Mad City and stuff like that, which I was completely fine with, even though I'm like, even the music's amazing, I don't give a fuck. But him saying now that he's got to a point where it's like, we chose humanity over religion, and I don't know if that's Kendrick literally like questioning his faith in like God or a higher power, because I know he questions everything, and I'm pretty sure that he still has that, what he feels a strong relationship with what he believes in, which is, you know, which is perfectly fine, which is, you know, Kendrick gets his inspiration from that. But him saying, I chose humanity over religion, man. I love you, Kendrick. I love you.
F-bombs, I ain't know any better. Mistakenly, I ain't think that you know.
He's learning in real time. He said F-bombs, I didn't know any better, because earlier on in the song, he was using the word. He was using the F word. And he did it over and over again. And now he got to a point where F-bombs, he knows that like he's not in a position where he should say it, because I guess Kendrick can put himself in the shoes of other people, where like if people were saying, you know, nigger, blah 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 blah, and they weren't, you know, black or part of the black community, you'd be like, what? That's fucking mad. And Kendrick is someone who can have that reflection, and one of Kendrick's powers is like him stepping out of his own body and inhabiting other people, and I think it'd be very easy for him to be extremely empathetic towards that struggle.
The very second you challenged the shit I was kicking, reminded me about a show I did out the city. That time I broke a fan on stage to rap.
Exactly what I was talking about. Me and Kendrick, bro, we're brothers. We know each other too well, bro. Exactly what I was talking about. I was just talking about him saying the N-word, and he can understand what it feels like. And, you know, he'd said, oh, I was taught that words, you know, it doesn't really mean anything, blah, 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 blah. And he brought that white woman on stage to sing Mad City, and she said nigger, and it was, you know, he booted her off stage. Bruv, I love you so much.
Disapproved a word that she couldn't say with me. You said, Kendrick, ain't no room for contradiction. To truly understand love, switch position.
Ain't no room for contradiction. To truly understand, you have to switch positions. That's exactly what he's doing. That's what I'm saying is his superpower.
Faggot, we can say it together, but only if you let a white girl say nigga.
Kendrick, oh my God, he said, okay, do you know what? This is a contradiction. If I feel a type of way about a white girl coming on stage and saying nigger, why am I in any position to say that? But he said it again. So he's saying, listen, the only way it's possible, you can't have it both ways. The only way it's possible is like, if I am allowed to say that word, then I have to be okay with a white girl saying nigger. If I can't say that word, then she can't. Kendrick, man. Okay, that whole song, I don't know how long I spent on that song, but that song was genuinely one of the most beautiful fucking songs I've ever heard in my fucking life. This whole album's been fucking ridiculous as well, but that song is extra special and important. Okay, next song, Mr. Morale with Tanner Leone, who's signed to PG Lang. I listened to his album as well. It was pretty fucking good. It's like Stranger Things. even attempt to rap on this beat. This sounds like something out of Black Panther as well. I need to see who's producing this. Oh, I should have known from that bass. It's Pharrell.
I got a new temperature. Sharpening multiple swords in the faith I believe. I think about Robert Kelly. If he want molested, I wonder he'll fight for Felly.
What?
Watching my cousin struggle with addiction, then watching her firstborn make $1 million, and both of them off the grid for
That's
forgiveness. I'm
team.
sacrificing myself.
Call the troops, holla back,
That beat is fucking disgusting.
Because this energy field that almost has a life of its own, it needs to periodically feed.
Mad. That's mad. Pharrell, fucking Jesus Christ. That was like more scatterbrained, manic. I don't even know what to say at this point. I genuinely can't believe I'm nearly at the end of this album. It has felt like it's gone like that. I've been recording for like 2.5 hours or some shit. It's literally just flown by. Oh my god. Okay, we're at the penultimate song. This feature is a fucking flex if I've ever heard of it. Jesus Christ. Mother I Sober with Beth Gibbons from Portishead. Do you know how mad of a feature that is? Oh my god, let's go.
Heal myself, secrets that I hide, buried in these words, death threats, ego must die, but I let it purge. It was family ties, I heard it all, I should have grabbed it.
You just completely recontextualize family ties for me. Jesus Christ.
Day I transformed, praying to the trees. God is taking shape.
He's saying it again. He's like, I told you I was Christian. I transformed. I'm taking shape. I'm praying to the trees. Man's found some new chakras, bruv. I'm telling you.
I wake up at night, loved her daily, traded in my tears for a Range Rover. Transformation, you ain't felt grief.
I traded in my tears for a Range Rover. I guess that commodification of his art. Kendrick's like, I gave you my heart and soul on record. I traded it with you, and now I have all of these material possessions. That is such a pessimistic way to look at the music industry, but unfortunately, it's also a realistic way. Oh my god! And it's so self-critical again because it implies that Kendrick. It implies that, there's a certain level of a facade when Kendrick is, so open on record. And I don't think that necessarily is true. I just think Kendrick is so hyper aware of himself. And he's always questioning everything, especially himself. He said, his only critic is his soul. So he has to question his own intentions. I like to believe that when Kendrick, gets super emotional on record, it's from a place of being genuine. And I don't think some of the things that he said on record can come from anywhere else. But Kendrick stays true to himself. He'll always question everything, even if that's his own intentions when he's being vulnerable. I don't think you understand how much of a flex this feature is.
They accused my cousin. Did he touch you, Kendrick? Never lied, but no one believed me when I said he didn't. Frozen moments, still holding on it.
So you say his family accused his cousin of, I guess, touching Kendrick inappropriately, and he said, I never lied. They didn't believe me when I said, no, I didn't. And it's like, I guess him not being believed as a child is, I guess, a source of some kind of trauma for him, even though, the question they asked, thankfully, it didn't actually happen, but just them questioning him about it is, I don't know, man. Fucking hell.
Mother's brother said he got revenge for my mother's face. Black and blue, the image of my queen that I can't erase till this day.
That's fucked up. Just imagine seeing your mother in that position as a child, man. I can't imagine. And unfortunately, it's something that is all too often, happens way too often. It's fucked, man. It's fucked.
I was never high, I was never drunk, never held my mind, except for one. Let me bring you closer, intoxicated. There's a lustful nature that I failed to mention.
Yeah, I mean, he's talked about that on before, about his struggles with, we know that Kendrick, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't take any drugs, blah, 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 but he has touched on his relationship with alcohol many, many times, most notably in You, in the music video as well. And, people, it's weird because people really don't view, it's weird. I feel like being dependent on alcohol is just so much more accepted and normalized than anything else, really, and it's really, really scary.
Insecurities that I project sleeping with other women. Whitney's hurt, the pure soul I know. I found it.
Insecurities projecting on sleeping with other women. Whitney was hurt. Is Kendrick genuinely admitting to infidelity? Because that is fucking mad.
20 years later, trauma has resurfaced, amplified. As I write this song, I shiver cause I'm nervous. I was 5, questioning myself, long for many years. All those women gave me superpowers. What I thought I lacked, I pray I...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Kendrick, why are you doing this to me at the end of the fucking album, man? Jesus Christ. This is fucking heavy, man. Oh.
They made us rape each other, psychotic torture between our lives. We ain't recovered, still living as victims in the public eyes who pledge allegiance. Every other brother has been compromised. I know the secrets.
He said this country fucking did this to us and we have to still stand there at the start of fucking class every day and pledge allegiance to this bullshit.
The day is still active, so I set free myself from all the guilt that I thought I made. So I set free my mother, all the hurt that she titled shame. My body sacred as I set free all your abusers. This is transformation.
Oh my god. Oh fuck shit.
Say thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Mommy.
Is this Whitney and his kids?
Thank you, brother.
I bear my soul and now we're free.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, that song was fucking heavy. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, it was, him reflecting on childhood trauma and the violent cycles that trauma can cause and, not addressing it in certain communities. There's a lot to unpack in that song, but, that was insane, ridiculous. Kendra's hitting us with that emotional 1-2 at the end of this album, man. I can't believe we've got to the end of this album. This literally, it feels like I've been listening to this for 40 minutes. I swear on my life, this time has just completely flown by. But in reality, I've been recording for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Okay. Oh, I don't want this to end, man. Oh my god. Okay, the final song on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is called Mirror. What the fuck?
The pressure's taking over me, it's beginning to loom.
Ooh.
I can't live in the matrix. I chose me, I'm sorry.
I said I chose me, I'm sorry. He feels bad for prioritizing himself and his family, but that's the most human fucking thing you can do. I don't care.
I chose me, I'm sorry.
Choose you, Kendrick, bruv. Choose you.
I chose me, I'm sorry. I was so long morning through family feuds.
I love these drums. I love it.
Personal gain of my pain is nonsense. Darling, my demons is off the leash for a mosh pit.
Personal gain of my pain is nonsense. My demons off a leash for a mosh pit. Again, he has this, not this complex, but this idea of his honesty and truth on record being commodified, and he has a real issue with that. And I completely understand it as an artist. That's why he made To Pimp a Butterfly, and this is also why I guess. This is his last project with TDE. I don't know what his relationship is going to be with Aftermath and Interscope as well, because obviously he's doing his PG Lang thing, which is, I think, in association with Columbia, I believe. So I don't know how independent he's going to be. That might be part of the reason why he feels like he just needs to go on. He needs to go his own way. I chose me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for prioritizing myself and my family, but also I'm sorry for choosing me. I'm sorry to TDE. Again, it's got all these multiple meanings, man.
Because she didn't get my vote, she say I'm trifling, disregarding the way that I cope with my own vices. Maybe it's time to break it off. If not, then all is forgiven. Sorry I didn't save the world, my friend.
I told you. I said it literally. How long ago in this album I fucking said it? He said, I'm sorry I didn't save the world. He's had this savior complex from fucking Overly Dedicated. And, Kendrick's music is so good that it's so good. Like, you know, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn. It's music that is so good that you believe for a moment this guy and his words can literally change the world. But it's not a place of, it's not being naive. It's recognizing just like a ridiculous talent, but also it's really, it's downheartening, but also it's freeing at the same time for Kendrick, because he's like, okay, I need to realize that I am one man. Like, but he says, I am all of us. I understand all these points of view, but I, on my own, cannot change the world. And I don't think he's being critical. I think he's just accepting it. I don't think he's, maybe he's saying, I'm sorry I didn't save the world because he led us to believe, but he believed it so much, and he told us that he believed that he could save the world. And now he's got to a point where he knows he can't. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, he's still an amazing artist. One artist, unfortunately, can't change the world. But Kendrick just having the sheer, drive and guile to even attempt to do it, and to have someone like me who is very, very, like, I like to think of things like so logically and stuff. And even someone like me, I'm thinking, do you know what? Fucking that 4/3 interlude might change the world. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, I didn't save the world. I was too busy building money.
I love it. For me, this is such a euphoric moment. It's such a euphoric moment. I'm sorry I didn't save the world. I was too busy building mine. And he's saying, he chose me. He chose him. He chose him and his family and his. I don't know if him and Whitney are married yet or they're still fiancé, and his children. That is the most human thing possible. And that's why he said, I chose humanity over religion. It's the most human thing possible to prioritize your family and the people that you love instead of trying to save the world. There's nothing wrong with that. And him saying, I'm sorry I didn't save the world, it's kind of heartbreaking, because he feels, I don't know, because everything's through this self-critical lens, he might feel that maybe I could have saved the world if I didn't choose my family. Do you know what I mean? He's always, Kendrick's always bringing himself down a peg, but at the same time having this savior complex and knowing how talented he is. And again, it goes back to that duality question of the ego and the humbleness. But for me, that is a beautiful moment to say, I'm not trying to save the world anymore. I'm doing this for me and my family. I applaud you, Kendrick. I applaud you.
I chose me, I'm sorry.
You don't have anything to be sorry about.
I chose me, I'm sorry.
I choose me.
Oh, no. We got to the end of it. Okay. First of all, that album was 73 minutes. Yeah, that's basically an hour and 25 minutes. It didn't feel like that for a fucking... I feel like I just listened to a 45-minute album. I'm not even joking. Oh my God. I don't even know how to sum up what I feel right now. I still feel like I've just... I don't know. I feel like someone's given me mushrooms and LSD, because I feel like I still don't feel like this is real. I don't believe I'm sitting down and listening to a new Kendrick Lamar album. That's how tapped I feel. But all jokes aside, sonically, I knew in my heart, no pun intended, that the Heart Part 5 was not going to be an indicator of the sound of this album. Like, we heard what he was been on, working with Keem and stuff. It was more akin to that. Strange, just musically first, strange textures, odd percussion choices as well, which I really, really fucked with, spacey, zany sounds. I love that shit. Production, fucking amazing. Man's had The Alchemist, man has Pharrell. I'll look at the producers later as well. I'm sure there's mad people. Maybe there's a Thundercat in there somewhere. Maybe there's a fucking, I don't know, I'm sure Soundwave and people like that are on here as well. So yeah, sonically, love the sound. Lyrically, the most again, it's Kendrick. So I'm going to listen to this 11, 12, 13 times today. Do you know what I mean? But just off a first listen, it sounds like he's at a real transitionary period and a point of change, and it feels like the end of something and the start of something else. And this is why I think it's perfect that it's his last album on TDE, because he's it's not that he's bigger and better. I mean, he is, in my opinion, he is. But it's not that he's too good for TDE. He's just he chose me. I need to do my own shit. I need to flourish, and it's no shade on TDE. A lot of references to his relationship with trauma, specifically black trauma and trauma in the hood, his perspective on, you know, what's been going on in the world since he's been gone, his writer's block, struggles with alcoholism, apparent infidelity, like that's mad, his newfound family, relationships with, you know, what he's talked about with his cousins, his mum, his dad, songs dedicated to his mum and to his dad, whether they be positive or negative as well. There's a lot in here, a lot jam-packed. It's a Kendrick project, of course. It's jam-packed with lyrics and ideas to dive into. But fuck me, man. Oh my god. I don't. It's hard to. It's hard on the first listen with Kendrick. It's hard to even sum up what to feel, because it's like when you go back and something clicks on a specific song, like 4 or 5 listens later, and you're like, oh my fucking god. And you're like, oh, but like that song hinted toward that song and blah blah blah. I can't wait to find those little Easter eggs. You're not going to find that on the first listen because it's the first listen. I can't wait to be that person in a month, 2 months, 3 months, and be like, oh shit. And I'll be looking back at this reaction like, you fucking stupid idiot. How did you not get that on the first listen? Blah, blah, blah. I'll be that guy to myself. But, oh, man. Features, again, I love the fact that, you know, I hate seeing shit on Twitter is so annoying. Because when people are like, oh, what feature do you want to see in the Kendrick album? I want to see J. Cole. I want to see Drake. I want to see Andre 3000. Have you never heard a Kendrick project before? It has to fit perfect. He doesn't really care about the name. Do you know what I mean? It has to fit perfectly the vibe and the sound of the song. Doesn't matter who you are. And I think all the features fit perfect. They were seamless. Again, even people I'm not really fans of. Summer Walker, I'm neither here nor there on. I haven't heard too much of her stuff. I haven't ever really been too excited by her stuff. She was amazing on hers. Baby Keem had a couple features. Kodak Black, the best Kodak Black fucking verse I've ever heard. But yeah, so many emotional highs, emotional lows as well. It's a Kendrick album. So many. Oh my god, man! But some important songs as well. Specifically that Auntie Diaries song. That song is going to be like one of the most important songs of the year. Listen to that song again and again and again. Fucking hell. Oh my god! I can't believe I just listened to that album, man. I can't believe it's a new sound. It's a new sound once again. I always say this with my favorite artists. They always move forward. They never look back. That's why Kanye is where he is at now. That's why fucking Tyler, the Creator, is, you know, every album gets bigger and bigger and bigger because he doesn't look back. Kendrick is, you know, in my opinion, the most important artist of our generation. And what does he do? He does the same thing. He progresses on sounds that have come before. But it's never just aesthetic for the sake of aesthetic as well. With Kendrick. Oh my god. No. I can't believe I listened to this album. Okay, alright, I'm gonna keep waffling because I'm literally gonna be here all day just for like 2 hours just gushing. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Let me know in the comments down below which songs are your favourite. Of course, it's fucking all of them. Make sure to like, subscribe, dong the bell, and I will see you next time. Mr. Morale and the Big fucking Steppers, man. Jesus Christ. Kendrick, you got me fucked up, man. It's only 10 a.m. as well.